I think what they're doing and what they're bringing awareness to is really important, but I'm not too sure what what exactly all the work they're doing is, and so I can't say too much about it. But from what I've seen, all the strikes and whatnot, I think is a strategy, but I feel like that's all people on the outside are seeing is the strikes, and so it doesn't seem like Black Lives Matter is doing as much. So it would be interesting to see more on like what they're doing behind the scenes and what else they're doing other than strikes to bring awareness to Black lives and everything the movement is for.
Yeah, I didn't really look into it, but I recall seeing a lot of people, just camping out and sleeping and just what is it, protesting or what, rallying there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I remember seeing all that. But the Q guy, his sister, I saw it on the news. His sister was saying to other people that were there, why are they doing it? Because it's not gonna really help her brother anymore because he's already dead, and she was saying that they're really ignorant and for doing that. So I don't know. I mean, that just kind of confused me even more when I saw that.
I believe that the justice system is corrupted, although I think that not all cops are bad. With what's happening around makes them look bad.
I think, I guess, like, indirectly I support them just because I know that, like, what they're trying to do and, like, what the movement is kind of for, from what I've seen. I think it's really important that movements like these stay alive, whether there's anything big going on in the community or not. I think it's good to have that, to have movements like these and organizations like these that are always working or always are ready to fight.
I think it's a pretty good movement and it has a pretty good cause.
Well, in some way, I think it's a good movement, but at the same time, I don't think it's also good because it causes a lot of drama. But you kind of confusing because it's like I understand that they're crazy mad and they're trying to make sure everybody gets equal rights and make sure that everyone's getting treated equally. But at the same time, I think a lot of people are ignorant too and stuff about a certain situation about crimes and stuff like that in the community. So I don't know. I'm just kind of confused on if is it more on the good side or is it more on the bad side? Because there's so many kind of people out there.
True. Well, there's been a lot of unfair trial with the Asian community, specifically the Hmong community. Cases where it should have gone the other way didn't go the way it should, just because it's minorities against the rest of the people.
One event that I can connect to the Black Lives Matter, it was the case of Fong Lee back in 2006 when he was murdered, and the police who shot him got away with no penalty.
Recently there's been a lot of unfair trials, so corrupted justice system. For example, the Fong Lee case where the police shot him and he got away with it even though Fong Lee didn't have a gun on him like how he had stated.
With Jamar's case, it's similar, very similar to Fong Lee's case, where they both were pretty much murdered and the police got away with it with no penalty.
I think it highly affects my community. I guess there's a lot. When you say community, it's just like, I think it's a big word, but to specify some of the communities that I'm a part of. For example, as a University of Minnesota student, I feel like it really affects us students because we are so, from what I have observed, my peers and I, we're so in tune with what's going on a racial basis, on a social justice basis. We're always so aware of what's going on, and we're always so we're very opinionated when it comes to tragedies like these where teens are getting shot by the police or anything like that. We're so in tune into things like that there's always conversation, there's always talk about solution, and I think there's a really good community here of students at the University of Minnesota that are working so hard to fight for these kind of things, and they are, I know personally, like, students who are involved with Black Lives Matter, and so that's I think that Black Lives Matter does really affect me as a student, and then it also affects, I think, the Hmong community.
Yes, we can. The opportunity.
Yeah, there'll be something good, as long as they're not disturbing, innocent people, or just for example, when they protest or trying to close down the freeway. That bugs me because those people, they're just, just living life and just going from places to places and using the freeway and stuff as ways to get from work to home or wherever they need to go, and all of a sudden they block the freeway. That doesn't really I'm not really okay with that. But if they're not breaking the law or not doing anything crazy and trying to get attention from the government and stuff, then yeah, that's a good thing. The system is kind of screwed up, where I feel like it's not fair, or they're hiding the truth or hiding things that we don't know that they know.
Yeah.
When the strikes were going on in the highway, and it was an inconvenience. It was a direct inconvenience to certain people who were on the highway, not just Hmong people, but Hmong people. There were some people who voiced, I guess, ignorance to such a strike, and it actually made me see more as a Hmong student, as that maybe it's the education that they're not getting behind what Black Lives Matter is, and so very ignorant things can come out of it, but I think also this gives us perspective on how we can make Black Lives Matter, or the Hmong community it makes us see that the Hmong community can be more educated on Black Lives Matter and why it should matter to them.
Justice for Jamar.
Justice for Jamar.
Nothing can stand in the way of the power of millions of voices calling for change. We have been told we cannot do this by a chorus of cynics. It will only grow louder and more disciplined.